Hello, this is Sierra and welcome to another video. Today we are doing another story. We are doing chapter 17 of the fourth book of the Clockwork Chronicles, Final Obstacle. Yep. So yeah, if you haven't read any of the other chapters first, be sure you do so. There are spoilers. And yeah. The adventure's not over yet. Oh no, not even close. Not even close. If you have any questions, thoughts, or concerns about the story, be sure to let me know. Any theories you might have, if I'm fine too. Yeah, it's up to you though. You know what you need to do. Yeah, just want to make sure you guys are ready to go, ready to walk it all, or whatever. Whatever. Chapter 17. It had been a few hours since the man had attacked the cat, and now Sam, Squishy, and Stampy were walking back to where the portal would be. Santiago had ordered a couple of bodyguards to escort them to the portal and ensure their safety. The boy didn't mind that at all. After all, there was no way of knowing if there was anyone out there watching them, ready to strike if given a chance. He didn't want that to happen. They had said goodbye to Nettie and her friends, wishing them well as they went on their way. Sam knew it had to be this way, even though he wouldn't mind staying, but Stampy was right. He was better off going home, where he knew his way around, and had his helpers, and the place to feel safe. It was far safer than going to a safe house, which could easily be infiltrated and attacked by someone from the cause who knew the basic layout of the building. It was also an advantage the boy would rather not give them. How much farther do you think we have? The sickling asked, the first one to say anything at all throughout the 10-minute trip. About another 5 minutes or so, one of the men grunted, as if he'd much rather be somewhere else, not guiding the boy and two YouTubers to a portal so that they could return home. Okay, the duckling replied with a nod, as she looked around the area quietly, not hiding the slight frown that appeared on her face. The boy didn't blame her. Their surroundings were completely silent and still, like silence before a storm. The trees towered over them, dark shadows that were cast into the bushes and shrubbery surrounding them. It truly would be a perfect hiding place for anyone who could be following them. Why? Couldn't even be sure there was anyone. But silence seemed to suggest otherwise. Are you sure no one will be able to follow us here? The boy asked. It's the only way out of this world, right? I would assume so, the first man said with a shrug. But I doubt they would dare to attack us, keeping an eye on you three. Exactly, the second man said in agreement. We're far smarter than anyone who could try to get to you. Yeah, it's not just me, though, the boy said simply, watching as the men nodded, as if they understood. Saying nothing more about the matter, as the boy looked straight ahead once more, the few beams of sunlight were finally winked out as the darkness grew. The only light the boy could see was a faint glow ahead that steadily grew as they came closer. The portal. It was open, ready to take them in, to help them get home. The boy looked over at his friends quietly, noticing that Stampy and Squishy were walking side by side, only inches away from each other. The silence around them seemed to make everyone uncomfortable, though, rather than enjoying the sweet moments they had for just being together. Should be it, one of the men grunted, after a few minutes passed, taking the boy's thought back to reality. Ahead of them was a small clearing with a glowing portal, and one of the men walked over and looked at the coordinates, adjusting them to make sure they would go to the right place. The boy didn't pay him any mind. He walked over to his friends. Are you two ready to go home? The boy asked. The cat nodded and managed to smile. I am. Me too. Squishy nodded. I just hope that you're recovered enough to do this, Stumpy. There's no need to worry about me, the cat assured her, with a genuine smile. I'll be fine. We all will. Suddenly, the moment was interrupted when the boy suddenly heard footsteps. They weren't just one pair of footsteps, nor 3 or 10, but about 20 pairs, simultaneously coming towards them, and the boy gets This did not sound normal. Not in the slightest. Well, a voice said at last, finally stepping out of the shadows to reveal themselves. He wore casual clothes. His camouflage vest that was open. The boy looked over at his friends and noticed a hint of fear in the cat's face. It only was there for a moment, but it was still there. What do you want? The boy said defensively, as he extended his sword and stepped in front of his friends, watching the other bodyguards reluctantly do the same. You know what we want, boy, the man snapped. This time, we won't take no as an answer. I thought you'd see it by now, the boy said blandly. You've been lied to and betrayed by the man you claim to think highly of. He accused my friend of something he didn't do, and everyone but you believed the truth. Because he's influenced by his lies, the man sneered coldly. He's twisted and torn everything beyond recognition. You believe it, ignorant of the truth. I was there. I saw everything, the boy said defiantly. The man scoffed. Still don't understand why you went after him after that. We clearly didn't want the likes of him around. Maybe it's because you've been out misinformed, the boy asked curiously. We know the truth, whereas you, boys like you, do not, the man snapped. Now step aside and let us through. We'll make sure you regret it. The boy bit his bottom softly. Glanced over at his friends, looking first at the cat and squishy. Thought finally trickled into his mind. Sounded crazy, but then again, everything right now was about to be pure chaos. You think you can both get to the portal while I hold them off? The boy asked, chuckling quietly. All of them? She asked, her eyes wide. These guys will, the boy said with amusement. I'll be right behind you, I promise. But the cat hesitated reluctantly. Get out of here and get to safety, the boy told them. I need you to trust me. No, the cat insisted. There has to be a better way. There isn't, cat, the man beside the boy snapped. Now listen to him, or you'll get yourself seriously hurt, or even killed. And I don't think your sister would like me to have to bring back news like that. The boy was momentarily shaken aback by the man's response. But it did make sense. Even though the man didn't have to worry a single bit about them, he was still required to have the best interests of those he was protecting. And Nettie was counting on him to make sure they got back safely. Betraying her like that would be an unforgivable crime. That is true. Finally, the cat swallowed and nodded, not seeming to like this any more than the boy did. Please be careful, Sam. I will, the boy assured him, with a smile as Squishy grabbed her friend's arm and gently pulled him towards the portal. What do you think you're doing? Been surrounding the mast. The clearing was completely surrounded by men. The boy, unable to help but feel a wave of uneasiness, felt. Why would they dare attack now? What did they think they would gain from doing this? He didn't know, but he didn't want to. Ready? The boy asked his friends quietly. They both nodded, with evident fear in their expressions. You want them so badly, you have to get through us first, the man beside him hollered defiantly, sounding like a champion about to charge into battle. Is that a challenge? The other man asked, raising an eyebrow. It can be, the first man said firmly. Because after this, we will report each and every one of you for interfering with this expedition. The other man snorted. Now let me finish you first. Is that a threat? The guard growled in warning. You horribly outnumbered, the lead man said confidently. You can't stop us forever. I'd like to think, though, the man said with a nod, and he glanced back, noticing the duckling pulling the cat towards the portal while the argument was in session. They were only a few feet away now. They could distract the men enough. They could make it work. There would be no need to fight. Only pure intelligence. You think you're too smart for your own good, don't you, boy? Apparently that was the boy who said that, not the man. Ah! That's what happens when you don't see these tiny mistakes. Miss Newt. That we don't have other ways to get to them. You can't protect it forever. No matter how many times you do, you won't win. That kind of reminds me of someone else I know, the boy mused as he looked over at the guide. nodded firmly as the boy raised his sword. And who is that? The man asked curiously. No one you care about, the boy snapped as he stood straighter, feeling the adrenaline filling his system, strengthening him, nourishing him, powering him. He was ready. I'm standing my ground for my friends, and you're not going to cross it. The man chuckled. There's no ground that you can stand on that can't be trampled and destroyed. The boy shook his head and smiled. That's what you think. Indeed it is, the man said plainly. But I believe this confrontation is just about finished. The boy watched as the man gestured to the men around the clearing as they came closer, extending their swords as they did so. Now's a good chance to go, lad, the man beside him said simply. Can you handle this on your own? The boy asked. I'll try to ensure you to get out of here, the man said. She would have wanted that. Wow. The man noticed the glint in the man's eyes and realized that he wasn't just talking about it. He wasn't just referring to his aunt either, who no doubt would want to make sure he got out safely. But the boy had a feeling that the man was mentioning someone else he'd never been able to truly meet, be with. His mother, who had lost her life to protect a friend. Someone who had needed her help, protection. She had done it without question, without hesitation. She had known the risks, just as he had. She would have wanted him to make the best decision for everyone. You're absolutely sure you'll be fine, though? The boy asked. I'd rather not have to explain to people why I didn't let you go when you can't, the man offered. His flesh smiled, before pushing him back, shouting at him to go. Sam didn't hesitate as the man came closer, charging towards the portal with everything he had. He ignored the sound of footsteps pursuing him, just noticing the man by the portal watching him. I'll turn this off when you get through, the man shouted as the boy leapt through the portal, feeling the light consume him before he could hear the rest, before he could make a response. The boy closed his eyes as he fell through the light, until he fell into the other side, standing up to find himself in the lovely world, as it should be. It wasn't any first sign of his friends, but he soon they would have gone ahead to go somewhere safe. But as he stood up slowly, he noticed someone walking towards him. It was William Beaver from Diamond Armor. The Beaver expression was firm and emotionless. Hey, William, the boy said as he brushed himself off. Do you know if Stampy's glacier came through? The Beaver hesitated and then frowned before shaking his head. Are you sure? The boy asked. The Beaver nodded and pointed to the portal. The boy turned to find that the portal had mysteriously turned off. A shiver went through him as he went to check to see if he could find anything useful. Even when he looked at the history of the cords that had been used, he found nothing. Something wasn't right. Had someone tampered with the portal at some point? The only person he had seen at the portal was the firstman, the guard who had put in the coordinates. Had he been there the whole time, watching everything occur, not seeming all too fazed by anything that was going on? This isn't good, the boy said, more to himself than to the Beaver as he turned to run to the cat's house, planning to contact someone immediately about what had occurred. He was right, since his friends were in danger, and he didn't want to stand around and do nothing this time. He needed to act fast, before it was too late. Anyway, we're gonna have to end that chapter there. I end the video here, but yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one, whenever that might be. Well, that'll be soon, depending on circumstance. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.